Shabbat Shalom. All praises, honor, and glorification unto our mighty, marvelous, and wonderful power. Call Halaim La Alahayin Awa Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of great millstone whom rule well, and who are great examples to our younger brethren, and also whom I have learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Also salutations as well as health and wellness unto you sincere brethren and few sincere sisters. This is your brother Allah coming to you with another lesson. And what I'll be going into today is how the spirit of civil war is eminently present. And, this lesson is stirred up behind a clip that I ran across that a brother had put up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play it, and then, we'll get right into it. So, Lord willing, the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai be edified, and let's go. And for those of you that don't know, which you should, we're currently in the Passover, and particularly the first day, right? It came in on the 23rd at sundown, right? And we know that, Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread is one and the same, right? 7 days. So it's from the 23rd, right? Came in the 23rd at sundown to the 30th at sundown. And a lesson on that is coming as well. But let's continue.
This whole situation with squatters and illegal aliens, I'm telling the American people now, protect your loved ones, protect your property. I don't give a damn what your local laws are. I don't care what the federal laws are. Do what has to be done. Period. It's time for us to protect our country. Our government has failed us for years. And when it comes to law enforcement, if they're not going to do what's right, then we have to. Do what you need to do. Period.
Right. So it just goes to show you, the mind frame that a lot of people are in. Right. You heard the dude. And there's been, several clips. But, yeah, man, the spirit of civil war is eminently present. Highly present. And it's bound to happen, and it's only a matter of time. Right? It's only a matter of time. Right? And these things are the signs that, the Lord warned us about that would take place during the time of the end. Right? So I want to go ahead and get Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And it reads, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" And see, we're currently seeing the signs, plural, of the Lord's coming and of the end of the world. You see? And civil war is one of them. Right? But really quick, I want to get 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. Starting at verse 1. And it says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works. and endings and effects and signs. And we're in the time wherein the effects and signs will be taking place, right? Which is ultimately the fulfillment of the remaining prophecies. We're in that time. So going back to Matthew, the 24th chapter, and verse 4, and it says, And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. You see? And land backing off that, I'm going to go to 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, verse 18. And it reads, The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sin and scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Salakia. Yeah, and that sword, the Lord has many swords, right? Famine is a sword. Esau is a sword. Plague is a sword, right? Plague, pestilence, right? Different ailments, if you will, right? The Lord can use weather as a sword, right? The wild beasts changing their places, that's a sword, right? And so is this civil war, But let's see. Let me get 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. And it says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, right? Woe being utter destruction. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, right? Which refers to the powers that be, right? From the bottom to the top, right? And we even see that taking place, which the guy spoke about that in the clip, right? About the, law enforcement and how if they're not going to do their job, so you see it, man. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of lack of bread, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And let's get that to Matthew 24 and 12. And And it reason because iniquity shall abound, which that word iniquity means lawlessness, which that's a prophecy within itself, which we see that happening. The love of many shall wax cold. Right? That's why, gotta watch these people, man. The people in your personal life, the people that you work with, everybody. You gotta keep an eye on everybody. Isaiah 19 and 2. And it reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, which we know that America is a spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right? Which will mean the modern day Americans are those Egyptians. You see, and we see that, man. There's a fine line of division within America, right? And that's prophecy. And we're getting ready to see the physical result of it, And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. I'll read verse 2 as well. And the spirit of Egypt shall fell in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Yeah, we can get Isaiah 9 and 19. Just a quick hit, man. Verse 19, through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Referring to cannibalism, which is going to come back. You see, so we're in heavy times, man. We're in heavy times. So, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Once again and forever, all praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halaim La Alahayan Awa Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing, and on to the next one.